Hi ladies, I'm just going to go in and share this video in my team page. You have to excuse me, I am still in my pyjamas. Ruby dolls. Please feel free to invite, add, share anywhere you want. Let's get some viewers. Oh god, there's nothing nice on the news, like, oh god. Morning Sue. Yeah, feel free to invite people along just while I share this video into my training page. I hate looking on there and seeing me. Oh, I can't share this onto my training page. Okay, what should we do? Okay, never mind. I did tell him about it on my team page. Morning Marriott, sexy, you're right, okay. This is my pyjamas. These are the crumbs from the biscuits that I was just eating. Crackers, whatever you want to call them. I have my cup of tea. And I have my unique branded notepad. I feel like I need to close those curtains, it's a bit bright. And yeah, I'm not showered or dressed or anything yet. I'm still just pyjamas situation going on here. Right, so my 22 best bits. Now, I went through the notepad that I took notes in because I did tend to only write down like the bits I really wanted to remember. Hi, Kirsty Bowerhouse. Because I didn't write down absolutely everything because I was too. Did you get that Pro Diary thing? Good. The Pro Planner, is that what you mean? The Pro Planner? I do have the Pro Planner, but I'll be completely honest, it's amazing, but I don't use it. It's too big to carry around with me. I used it for like 3 months, now I don't use it anymore. You on stage. What does that mean? What does that mean, Kirsty? I don't know what that means. Morning, Tracy. Anyway, right, I didn't write down all the bits because I was so engrossed in the people that were talking to us and what they were saying, and no matter how many amazing pieces of information that myself or anybody else that was there can feed back to you, it's probably not going to have the same impact on you as it did on us. Look at my hair. I don't know what's going on with this little bit here. So the first thing I want to say before I go into my 22 bits, because I just counted, I put boxes around the bits I want. This bit's annoying me now. I put boxes around the bits I wanted to talk about, and there's 22 boxes. Is that what I wanted to say is that no matter how amazing that was my best bit. No matter how amazing that some of this advice might seem to you, it's not going to be half as amazing as it was to hear it from the voices that dished out the advice on the stage. I have never been to an event like that in my life, ever. This sun's annoying me, hold on one sec. There. I have never been to an event like that ever in my life. It was, I can't describe it, right? I can't describe it. There was parts of it where we were sitting as an audience of 670. Most of us, I think, at some point or other, or the whole way through it, were in tears. It's like, and I'm not a crier. You alright?
Yeah, I thought your Facebook call was when you do it on your iPad, I mean your computer when...
Right, Dan, I've got to do this train, okay? Remember I said if you go and watch your movie, we'll do whatever you want after, okay? Because look, the girls are all watching Mummy just now. Okay? So you can take that biscuit of mine that you've just stolen and go and watch your movie, and I'll be in a sec. Right. No matter how, yeah, like I said, it was the best ever. We were in tears. It was emotional. It was light bulb moment after light bulb moment. Just being there with everyone and everyone feeling the same way as you, and I could never have ever imagined that it was going to have that effect on me or all of us the way that it did before we went there. It was just mind blowing. And like I said, that's the best I've ever been to. I've been to other events and some have been good, some have been great, but nothing was like that one. So if you, and let me just also say as well, some of you know this already, but a few months ago, I did not think I was going to be able to make it to that event because I didn't think we could afford it with saving to buy a house and whatnot. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. And I spoke to Mark and I said, I just have to do it. I know that it's going to be an expense, but I just have to do it. It's an investment in business. And these things, I'm going to learn stuff, but I never imagined I would have gotten so much from it. So whatever happens, if there is particularly a corporate run event, if there is a corporate run event near you, I just cannot recommend highly enough that you get yourself to it, even if you don't know exactly how you're going to, logistically how you're going to make it happen. Just make it happen. Anyway, let me just get on to my 22 bits, but I'll have a sip of my tea first whilst I find my page. Feel free to invite people and share and whatnot. Right, as I said, I didn't write down details, so I drove 7. I did drive on the way back up. I had to stop for a nap. I was so tired. It started at 1 o'clock on the Friday. I couldn't go down to Birmingham in the miss you too, Rumi. I couldn't go down to Birmingham on the Thursday. It wasn't possible. I didn't have childcare, whatever else. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday and drove down there. Like, I didn't even I did my makeup in a service station on the way. Now, I could not have banked on that service station being as good as it was, but hey, it was, so that's going to be my new service station stop from now on. Right, as I said, I didn't write down details, so I really do have bullet points here, so I'm just going to, and there's no particular order to them either, so I'll just start, okay, the aha moments. So one of the biggest takeaways that I got from the weekend was, and again, I can't even remember who said all these, but I think most of them come from Deb Erickson, so if you've not registered for her training online tonight, then please do that. One of the biggest aha moments for me, so this is number 1, okay, so if you've got a notepad, then write this down. Don't burn out. Don't burn out. Make time for your family. Remember that this is the beginning of this company still. This is still a toddler company. I don't want to say baby, it's like 4 now, so you know it's like a preschooler company. But there are network marketing companies out there that are 40, 50 years old. We are 4 years old. We have got so much ahead of us. Now, I'm not saying go slow. I'm not saying slow right down. I'm just saying don't burn out. We want you around. They want us around. And we want you around. Like, we want, think of the relationship that we all have with each other. It's so nice. We want to still have that in 10 years time, don't we? Can you imagine where we'll be in 10 years time, as long as we don't burn ourselves out in the process? So, you know what? See this daily sheet? That takes maximum an hour, as long as you're laser focused, no distractions. Don't sit and think about, now I've been guilty of this before. You sit and think about, oh, I've got the daily sheet to do, I've still got that daily sheet to do, meanwhile you're doing everything else and you're trying to multitask. Just, if that thought that you've got that daily sheet to do pops into your head, grab it and tick some boxes, just smash it out and get it done. And if that's all you do all day, that is amazing. But you know what, I know everyone's situation is different. Just do what you can each day on a daily basis, but don't burn yourself out. You don't need to work 14, 16, 18 hours a day. Yes, of course you can, and you'll go, your progress will be faster, but you're much more likely to burn out, and none of us want that for you, ourselves, anyone. So make time for your family, and think, can I maintain this level, and if I can, for how long can I maintain this level of effort for? And I think one of the emotional things for us all was the part where Rob Morris said that if your child comes up to you and you say to them, no, I don't have time, because you're doing something business related, instead of saying no, you don't have time, just say, no, it's not a priority. No, you're not a priority. And that's a big eye-opener for some of us, myself included. I know there was a lot of other girls that felt the same. If you turn those words around to no, you're not a priority right now, it really does bring the focus back to why are you doing this. So make time for your family always, but make time for your business and don't get burnt out. We want you around in 10 years. Okay, so that was still all the first point. I won't go into that much detail about 22 points. Right, second, 24-hour limit or self-sabotage kicks in whatever it is that you're scared of doing, make yourself do it between now and this time tomorrow. Don't leave it longer than 24 hours thinking about what it is that you're scared to do and pondering over it and, you know, saying one day I'll do that. In the next 24 hours, do it, because after 24 hours, self-sabotage kicks in and you then talk yourself out of it. So that's number 2. Number 3 is fear. So fear, the way that men and women are biologically created or made or whatever, I don't know, the way that we are, like our what's the word I'm looking for, someone help me out, our just men and women are different, right? And what happens is men and they when they're faced with fear, men move towards it. They automatically want to like fight it and move through it and get past it, whereas women our brains are different. We're wired, programmed. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. We're programmed differently, and men move towards fear, but women instinctively move away from fear. That's just part of our DNA. It's who we are. But if you acknowledge the fear and you move towards it, you gain power. So the more you move towards the fear, the more power you get along the way. And then when you break through it, it's always the same thing people say, it's not as bad as I thought. So number 2 was 24-hour limit. Don't carry a fear for more than 24 hours. Just fight through it within 24 hours. And number 3 was move towards it and you gain power on the way. Just take action, gain power on the way. And when you break through that fear barrier, you come out with a positive. Always you come out with a positive. Number 3, excuses, stopping, saying you're scared, discomfort, all those, mainly making excuses, saying you can't do it because XYZ, whatever that means. What that means is you're at the edge of your comfort zone. So I really like that, because a lot of us tell ourselves some reasons why we can't do things for our business. What that means is you've reached the end of your comfort zone. So that comfort zone might be, you've reached the end of your comfort zone as in you haven't previously made an effort to make more time. So if you say to yourself, I can't do that because I'm so busy today, that's because previously you've not made a huge effort to make time for something. So that's you at the edge of your comfort zone. So you now need to do something new, as in look at your day and say, right, where can I pull time from now to make that happen? If you say you're scared of something, that's the most obvious one for us all, that we're at the edge of our comfort zone because we're scared. So that's another reason you need to push through. So push through fear, make time. Saying you're not comfortable with something, look at it and say, am I actually just scared of doing it? Excuses like that, any kind of excuses, means that you're at the edge of your comfort zone and you need to try and find a way around it to make whatever it is happen, because that you've not done before. That's why you come up with excuses, because you've not found a solution to that problem before. And what you do is when you actually tell yourself a reason why, or an excuse why you can't do something, you pull back. You then you beat yourself up about it, whether it's subconsciously or not. You don't tend to feel good for not doing whatever it is that you need to do. And then it's harder to pick back up again. It's the same, procrastination is something that we all come across now and again, and I do it all the time. But then I tell myself that I know that if I procrastinate, that I'm not getting any further forward, and I don't want to sit at this stage forever. You either stop or you keep moving, and I'm not stopping, so I got to keep moving. Alright, next point. I didn't number these, so I don't know where I'm up to now. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't go somewhere else and start over because you take you with you. So a lot of people, let me have a drink of my tea. I only like piping hot tea. Does anyone else get that? I hate when it starts to get lukewarm. It's just like, that's no good. Right, don't go somewhere else and start over because you take you with you. So we've heard it all before. People buy from people. People join people. People don't join your team just to be with Unique. There's something about you that they've joined. If they didn't like you, they wouldn't join you. They join you. If people don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. They like you. If you've got customers, it's because they like you. So people join from people. People buy from people. If there's something about this company that is not working for you, and you decide, you know what, that company looks like shinier, as Kirsty would say, there's a nice shiny new man over there. don't if you go to that shiny new man, like you are taking you with you. So when you're with that new company, those customers and those potential team members, they're seeing the same you. So look at what it's like, the only thing I'll ever say about leaving a company is if you do not like the products. You have to like the products, okay? Other than that, there's no reason that you cannot like this company. There's just no reason. There's just not. The only reason that it would be a good idea to move is if you don't like our products, and that's all there is, because the compensation band's perfect, the people are perfect, like us especially, we're all pretty awesome. So if there's something about the comp plan, about the mission, about the background of the company, anything that you don't agree with, research it and find out about it. Talk to your sponsor or upline, because it is perfect. It's all perfect. And if you don't like it and you move to another company, then you're going to find flaws in that one as well. So don't move another company because of something like that. Learn about it, because everything's perfect. So learn about it and let us show you why it is perfect, because then you can carry on just being you. And that's what's the most awesome thing about this company is we and they, I say we, they just want us to be us. They want us to be us. Just promote you, be the best possible version of yourself, and that's how you're going to get people buy from you. That's how you're going to get people join your team. So what's next? Oh, right. Choose one to go through good and more challenging times. Choose one to go through good and more challenging times. Like a relationship. I think so you're gonna have ups and downs, definitely, and like a relationship, like you see what areas need worked on and you work on that area and then it's better again, like it's just the same. Right, this is a big one. This and I won't get upset because she's not saying it, and again, you're not gonna feel the effect of this because I'm not saying it, but when Deb Erickson spoke about our why, I think those of you who were there will know that was big. That was huge. So I'm just going to tell you, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the 4 questions that you need to ask yourself when you're thinking about your why. So write this down, because when you go away and you're thinking about it and you're just yourself, that's probably when you'll get emotional thinking about what your why actually is. So the first question, what's your why? Oh, it's my kids. Oh, it's my husband. Oh, it's my family. Oh, it's my dog. What's your why, right? That's usually where people stop. My kids are my why. Everything I do is for my kids. They're my why. That's usually where people stop. So that's your first question, what is your why? But you don't stop there, because if you do, you've not found your why. You need to dig deeper. So the second question you ask yourself is, why is that important? So if you said your kids, why is it important that you succeed for your kids? So first question is, what is your why? Second question, why is that important? The third question, so the first question, no one really had tears. The second question, everyone was a bit like, oh, feeling a bit, that's important to me because whatever. The third question, this was the onset of some tears. How would that impact your family? So what is your why? Why is that important? How would that impact your family? How would that impact your family? And then the last question, pretty sure we were all under the chair by this point in a flood of tears. Why would that be important? Now, the question, those words themselves are not what makes you emotional. It's thinking about your why. And when you get down to that lower level, that's your core why. That's your reason for doing your business. So what is your why? Why is that important? How would that impact your family? And why would that be important? And that was the point where we were all like, oh my God. Lots of us sat there like, I didn't like, I'm like, Kirsty's black status, she was crying, like, I'm purple, I was crying, like, we were all crying. It's because we even though we're at a level of the company where we're that close to the top, a lot of us didn't really think about how deep our why actually went, like what our why actually was. So when you get a chance, sit yourself and ask yourself those 4 questions and really think about the answers. And when you get down to that last answer, that's your core why, and that's what's going to make you go on days you don't want to go. Okay, next one. You automatically look down to recruit because you want them to follow you. So think about the type of people that you recruit. Am I going on for ages here? Sorry if I'm rabbiting on here. You automatically look down to recruit because you want them to follow you. Now, this is, I'm pretty sure I speak for most of us when we say we have a fear of looking at someone who we perceive to be of a higher level, maybe a higher socio-economic status than we are. So you might be looking at doctors, maybe not nurses, I think we've got a lot of nurses on the team, but you might look at doctors, you might look at dentists, you might look at lawyers, you might look at I don't know, someone who you perceive to be up here in society and think I can't ask them to follow, like to join a team. And lots of us do that. That's a big thing. If there is someone on your list who you would love to ask, then you have to ask them, because what you do when you look at people that you perceive to be on the same level as you, or I don't mean look down, we don't look down on people, but when you look to people who might need that lift in their life, that might need that this is because I didn't write details down because I was so focused. So if you were there, help me out with this. You know what I'm trying to say? If you look at people who you on a subconscious level think might be on some level below you, it's because you want them to follow you. You want to be a good leader to them. You want them to copy what you're doing. You want to be able to teach them what you're doing. But there is a big downside to that. They tend to be less committed than you are. They tend to have less energy than you do, and you tend to be constantly trying to push. You tend to be constantly trying to motivate them, to get them to do the things, to get them to be inspired. You're constantly working to get them to do the things. If you look at someone who has a work ethic that's up here, someone who's studied hard and worked hard through their lives, that they are their work ethic is up here. Guess what? When they join your team, you're not give yourself a number. What was that again? Tell me, someone remind me what that was. I remember that I gave myself like a 6 or a 7, but I can't remember what the question was. But yeah, you need to look up at the people you perceive to be the hardest working. If you think they are hard workers and they're really committed to their jobs, they need to they're going to be the ones that run with you, not the ones that you're like, come on, let's go. You want the people who are like, I am going. And so look at those people and don't be scared to ask, because I've seen so many presenters post in the global leadership summit that they've gone ahead and asked those people who are on their chicken list, and they've had yeses and they've been so surprised. So don't be scared to ask people who you perceive to be. We downgrade ourselves, we need to look for 10s. I need to look at the back of that again because I've totally forgotten what that was about. Right, next. So this was from Liz Medley, who did branding. You alright?
Mm-hmm. Take more.
I know. But right, you can stay in here if you want to. Come and sit here. Or draw me a picture. If I can find a page. There you go. Or see if you can write Mummy, Daddy. Sorry, one sec. Oliver. I'm going to get the Queen on my team. You go and get the bloody Queen on your team. Go and get her. You don't know that she doesn't want to, earn some extra cash. You don't know how much she loves makeup. I've seen her wear makeup. She likes makeup. Right. Right. This is from the branding presentation again, which was fabulous. So just a few pointers. Same profile picture across all your social media pages or accounts. So same profile pic that you have on your Facebook page, as you have on your business page, as you have on your Instagram, as you have on your Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Have the same profile picture, not just the same picture, like a picture of your face and everyone. The actual same picture, because it starts to be your brand and what people recognise when they think of when they see your picture. They just know. So if you're telling someone to search for your Instagram, when they see your picture, they'll know that they're at the right profile. Link Instagram to Facebook. So what I've been doing personally is linking Instagram to my Facebook business page. So when I post on Instagram, it automatically posts on my, well, you click the button on, but that's very good.
It's a person. Do you know who that is?
Who? Oh, I thought it was you. It looks like you. Rudy, Mummy just needs to finish this so that I can come out quickly, okay?
Okay.
So what you do is, okay, good boy. What you do is you post once on your Instagram and you can link it to your business page and it automatically posts on your business page. So I post 3 times a day on Instagram and that automatically posts 3 times a day, the same posts on my Facebook business page. So not only is it saving time, but it also means that you don't need to come up with content that you want to put on Instagram and different content that you want to put on your Facebook business page. It's one post posted in 2 different social media accounts. So make sure you link it to Facebook. Facebook, on your bio, don't have unique on your bio. Don't have pink status presenter on your bio or your purple status presenter on your bio, because what you are doing is telling a whole world of people something they don't know. People who are not in unique do not know what it means to be a purple status presenter. You are only telling that for the sake of other presenters. They don't need to know because it doesn't mean anything to them. So you need to remove pink status presenter and put something like if you've got a team, say something like mentor and leader, or you could say something like mumpreneur, or network marketing professional, or business owner at Make Up Your Mind, business owner at whatever your business is called. Don't have what status presenter. You can, this is just obviously tips, but that only speaks to unique presenters, and you are mainly wanting to speak to a potential team member or potential customer. So also you want to create some kind of intrigue. So if you don't have unique but you've got business owner at whatever, they might be tempted to know what it is that you've got and look through your profile. Make sure your follow button is on. Since I switched that follow button on a few months ago, I've got something like nearly 600 followers now, which is great because you want to save your friend spaces for potential team members and yeah, right, Rudy, potential team members and potential customers. So click the follow button so that other presenters can just follow. Right, Rudy, stop it. Featured pictures. So under the follow, you've got the featured pictures. So make sure those pictures, they tell your audience who you are at a glance. So that's something that I still need to change actually, because I really wanted to do that. I like this bit. So from those 5 pictures, who are you? So you might have a picture, like a family picture in there. You might have a picture of your favourite hobby. So I'm definitely getting a tree picture in there. You might have a picture of you being awarded a presentation at an event. It might be you something to do with your other job. Just put in those 5 pictures, try and represent your personality in those 5 pictures. You want shares. Okay, this was the best part that I heard. So Liz Medley listed, just give me 5 minutes please, Rory. Right, take it in the living room. There you go. I'll be out in a minute, okay? And I don't feel bad for telling them it's not a priority right now because we've had this chat already today. Sometimes it's okay to say it's not a priority right now. So you want shares. Okay, so with the Facebook algorithm, the way that the Facebook algorithm works right now, it's that you will show up in most people's news feeds by posting a live video. And what you want people to do is share. So whether it be a live video, a video, I think this was in order of what makes you most popular on Facebook. Live video, photo, post, text, and something, I can't remember what the 5th one was, but basically those are the 5 top activities you can do on your Facebook to make you show up on people's news feeds. So videos, live videos, and then pre-recorded videos are with the top 2. What you want people to do with your posts, no matter what they are, is number 1, share them. So if someone shares a live video, that's going to get you so many views. Now, I put this to the test the other day and it was perfect. I put on it, please like and share. I didn't wait until I had an audience before I started speaking. I got straight in, I waved my hands, I was like, oh my god, I've got new loose powder foundation, I have to show you it, I've got to be quick, but look, this is amazing, you're going to love it. I've tried all the foundations, this one is so good, and get straight into it because most of it is going to be watched on the replay. So don't wait for viewers, actually just get straight into it. 3, 2, 1, straight into it. be like, I've got something to show you, tell them straight away what you're going to show them. Make sure you've posted on your comment part of the live that you will to like and share. I got something like, I can't remember, I got a ridiculous amount of shares, and it's had, my normal videos get about 300 to 500 views. That video that I did has had 1,500 views. I am not kidding, and lots of messages about loose powder foundation. It's crazy. So 3, 2, 1, go, and you want them to share it. So live videos, so you want them to share, you want them to comment, but things like liking your posts and what else is the other thing? Like any of the emojis, they don't have the same effect as sharing and commenting. So save, edit and repost lives. If you do a Facebook live, save it. You have the option to save it to your phone. Upload, edit it, so you maybe might have a really good section of that video, so edit it as in cut the rest out and upload it to YouTube, and then that's you got a saved video, a saved good video that you can repost either on your business page or your VIP group at a later date. Birthday messages. This might be a big one for some people. Instead of posting on someone's timeline about birthdays saying happy birthday, actually private message them. I say in my live videos to please share and point to the share button, but people don't tend to share it. What am I doing wrong? See if you actually don't say it on your live. See if you just, when you're naming your live video before you press go live, you get to type the name in. Make the first thing you do is write please like and share, because then people will see it when it's on the news feed rather than watching it live as it happens, because again most people will watch the replay. So if you just click please like and share, some people might not even watch it but they'll share it for you. So don't say it, you can say it on your video, but make sure you put it in your title of your live. Yeah, birthday messages. Instead of posting on the wall, send them a private message, but even better, send them a voice note and sing it. Happy birthday to you. See, my voice is angelic. They're gonna love it. Anyway, I haven't started doing it with everyone. I've done it with a couple of people who are very close to me, who I feel I can have confidence to, and I'll build from there. But she got loads of great feedback from singing happy birthday to people. So just sing happy birthday to people and you will stand out in their day 100%. I bet not a lot of people do that, so be brave. And do like I'm doing. If you don't feel really super confident, start with the people that are really close to you and then build from there. Right, last bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last bits, they're just bullet points. It's not about the skills or makeup, it's about the commitment. It is not about your skill in makeup or your skill in network marketing. It's about your commitment to make it work. So always remember that. It's not about your makeup skills or your network marketing skills. It's about your commitment. That's what will determine your success. Whether you post 3 times a day or 3 times a week, be consistent. Be consistent. No matter if your daily routine means that all you can do is post on Facebook twice a day, every other day, then be consistent, posting twice a day, every other day. Don't fart around posting once and then not posting for a week and then posting 5 times and then not posting for a month. Just be consistent in doing whatever it is that you can do. Be consistent in doing it. Don't train your team to do something. Don't train your team on something that you don't know or you don't do. If you don't know how to do if you don't know how to, what should I talk about here? If you don't know how to sponsor, don't teach people how to sponsor. Go and learn how to sponsor. Let them learn from a sideline, upline, the bigger group that you're part of, and they can learn from someone else whilst you are learning to sponsor. You can't teach someone to do something you don't know how to do yourself. You can learn at the same time as them. So as you're doing personal development and learning, share with them what you're learning. That's you teaching them as well. But don't try and teach someone on something that you don't know how to do yourself. So go for it yourself, learn yourself, share as you're learning, but make sure you are learning and doing as well, because they will not do something that you don't do. So make sure you are doing the do. What you hold back on, they will hold back on. Now that's obviously not speaking for everyone, because you will have some rock stars in your team that just go on regardless, but for the most part your downline will hold back on things that you are holding back on. So don't hold back on anything that you want your team to do, because they most likely will not. Find solutions and tell your team. You don't even need a team to do this. I would encourage everyone to think like this from day one. If we have a back order if we have something on back order, do not moan about it. There is nothing, nada, nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So don't complain about it. Go and find a solution. If they're, look at the collections, look at the sets that we do. Can you break something up and offer a deal? Don't moan about it. This really gets my goat. Don't moan about it. If you absolutely 100% have to moan about it, do not do it in the team pages. Don't do it in the team pages. If anyone posted moans or comments or things like that about back orders and complaining about it, I'll probably delete it. Don't moan about it on the team pages. Go to your upline and complain about it to them, and they will help you realise why it's not necessarily as bad as you think, okay? I know I'm getting really angry when I say this, but it really does get my goat. Don't complain about it. There's nothing you can do about it. If you really, really must, complain to your upline, not the team pages, not a group chat, and certainly not on your public Facebook wall. Definitely not, unless you want to, just pull your business to pieces yourself. Always remember, you sell what you promote. So look for, what was the thing recently? Look what's selling now. Everyone's selling the mineral pigment powders because they're suddenly, we know they're going out of stock. We've been told once they're out of stock, we're told they're not going to sell them anymore. Once they're out of stock, they're out of stock. Everyone's like, shit, everyone, look, we've got mineral pigment powders, they're going out of stock, quick, get it. And everyone's buying it because we've promoted it, whereas no one's sold a mineral pigment for 6 months. Like, you will sell what you promote, so make sure you are not complaining about something that's on back order because we've probably got something else you can sell instead. Always, okay? There is always another way. You just have to find it, so find it. Okay, sorry for shouting. And the last point I've got is check-in lists for team members. So have a look at who's in your, this is for those of you with teams, have a look at who's in your team, what their goals are, and how often it's appropriate to contact them based on what their goals are. So if you've got someone who wants to get to green status next month, you're going to want to talk to her daily. So have a list of, like, she had a whiteboard, so I'm definitely getting a whiteboard, that's definitely happening, like a big whiteboard. She had a big whiteboard and she had a list of people she spoke to daily, and that's her runners, that's her go-getters, that's the ones that really want big goals. She had a list of people she spoke to, I think, weekly. I can't remember exactly, I think it was daily, weekly, monthly, but you can set it yourself, like based on their goals, what's appropriate. So who do you need to talk to daily? That's the ones that have got big goals. Who do you need to talk to weekly? So that might be your ones that maybe have goals, but yeah, that might be the ones that have was it Kai's? Yeah, I think it was. The weekly ones might be ones that maybe want to pay extra money for a holiday, but they don't want to make a big lifetime commitment of this. They might want to pay for things here and there, but not have a huge goals. And then there's your kidnapping, your hobbyists, maybe kidnappers, that you'd speak to monthly. So look at who's in your team, look at what their goals are, and then make a list of who you need to speak to daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you decide, and then you've got yourself a good plan of who to speak to and when, and it makes sure you're keeping up to date with everyone as they need it. I feel like I haven't taken a breath. My tea's definitely not hot anymore. Does anyone have any questions about anything? That's all my points gone, so post any questions that you have. If you don't have any now, I will answer them later. I have to go and draw pictures, I think, now. No problem, Kirsty. So I'm looking forward to hearing everyone else's as well. I think other people are going to do some videos in here as well, sharing their best bits. And the thing that's so good about that is everyone took something different. Like, I'm sure that the big points we definitely all took from, but there's so many of us that heard different things different ways, so make sure you listen into everyone else's videos as well, because they will always pick up something else that maybe I didn't or maybe Anne didn't. So anyway, I will let you go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.